This is Smithy.tv.
And just sit back and watch the hilarity. So we are in the studio again, and there's no point even holding back on the surprise of who our guest is because we're in a two-shot, so everybody knows who it is. It's on the screen. And I'm not going to mess up her name tonight. It's Laura Carteret.
Yes, it is.
Oh, thank you very much.
Very good. Good job.
I was literally practicing all day.
I'm proud of you.
Because, I screwed up Mark O'Brien's name.
That's okay. It's the bane of my existence. Like, nobody gets it right. So
But I was looking at it. I'm like, even after you emailed me that one time, I'm like, there should have been no way I should have been able to screw your name up. It's right there.
Done.
It's
It happens all the time. It happens all the time.
Does anybody Frenchify it to Carteret?
Yes, and that's okay. That's fine too. But it's funny because when we were at the press conference for the CSA nominations, it's like, wow, that girl got it so wrong. Like just like unbelievably wrong.
Wow.
It's very hard being a host. It's very hard having to read all those names out. But I was like, oh, okay. Nobody knows who I am anyway, so it's fine.
That's
it's
not
all
true.
fine.
I refuse to believe that.
No.
That makes me want to go through everybody's name. Like, there was a thing that Nathan Fillion did with the cast of Firefly one time because people kept screwing up Alan Tudyk's name. So he'd be like, he read the whole cast like a radio announcer doing a trailer or something. He'd be like,
Fantastic.
Nathan Fillion.
Fantastic. So yeah, like if you're gonna get them one wrong, like just get all of them wrong.
I just sort of want to butcher
kind of
everybody's
nice.
name now.
Yeah, just do that. And then you're consistent.
A-Dame.
Yeah.
Wow.
Courson.
Yeah, Courson.
Dame Courson. Yeah. That would be Adam
Add a
Courson.
few more.
That would be
That'd
Adam
be
Courson.
so many.
And Amanda Brugel.
Yeah.
Just get that one right.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Amanda Brugel.
You are back.
I am.
Because she is like, it's like, well, it'll have started by the time this goes up.
Yeah.
But it starts next week.
It starts a week tonight. Actually, our second season airs a week tonight.
And then the
Yes.
CSAs are like that weekend as well.
Yeah, it's
Well,
going to
that's-
be an insane week next week.
Oh, yeah.
Actually,
Oh, yeah, it is.
so the Canadian Screen Week is all of next week from the 3rd to the 9th, and there's literally sort of everything happening. And we're just sort of beside ourselves with delight that Seed was recognized the way it was. We got 8 nominations, and which is kind of unheard of from what I gather for a first season comedy. I mean,
Sitcom.
we're so lucky that we're around for a second season.
Mm-hmm.
Like the fact that actually happened was a miracle because we see a lot of comedies. I mean, they take time to grow. So to have a network and producers behind you that want to give you the time that it needs is a really great thing.
And I've been
to
seeing
have
commercials like
apparently, yes, I
bombarding
not.
me every day.
I have not been
I
seeing
haven't
the
seen
commercials,
one,
but
I don't
okay.
watch television.
All
so-
right. You don't want. How can you be in this industry and not watch television?
I have
Actually, you could say the same thing about me because I don't watch television either.
I watch enough
the
for
internet.
news.
So
Right, that's good.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you for
Thanks,
that.
Sue.
Thank you for that.
it's true. But yeah, so Janet is back.
Janet is back with a vengeance. Yeah.
Really, with a
Yeah.
vengeance.
Yeah, I think that we just sort of discovered in the first season that I think Michelle, Amanda Brugel's character, loathes Harry, but she kind of comes around in a couple of episodes, I think, in the second season. Janet never does and never will. and she should never, ever come around.
No.
I think that she always has to
Or should
completely
always-
hate Harry,
yeah,
and
completely
I
disdain him.
think that we're building on that. But and need to continue to build on that because it's just so fun to play with Adam Courson that way.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's just because he's such a nice guy, so wonderful to work with, but to get to play those scenes with him are pretty pretty remarkable.
Harry will
But,
just
yeah.
never be good enough for Janet.
No, oh God, no. Well, no one is really good enough for Janet. I mean, she's just such
Certainly
an
not the man
incredibly
she
horrible
married.
snob, isn't she? Like, wow, but she's awful fun to play. I have to
That's
say that.
true.
I'm very lucky to, at this sort of stage in my career, because I'm ancient. I've been around
Oh,
forever.
please. It's been like, what, 5 years?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I'm 30. But, you know, to get this lovely gift come my way.
It's a great role.
And never having done comedy before, you know, I sort of shake my head going, what was I thinking all those years? You know, playing mother of a dead child, where I had to cry my eyes out all the time and go home and depressed for 3 days and like it was just awful. Whereas now I am so lucky I get to play this great part
Right.
with some fantastic people. The writers are extraordinary, and I get to laugh my head off all day with Matt Barham. Like,
gotta be
I'm
tough.
the luckiest
Yeah.
gal in
And
town, as far as
in
I'm
Halifax,
concerned.
no less.
And in Halifax, which I have to say, I think I need to live there.
Yeah, we didn't get out there this year.
Oh, you have to get out there if we have a
City.
third season. We
When
need
you
to
have
get
a
them
third
out.
season. Just saying,
If and
CityTV.
when we have a third season,
They could do
you
that.
must
They
indeed
love
come
us.
out and hang with us on the set. Yeah,
In Halifax.
I could
yeah.
totally name
It was pretty fun.
Yeah.
It was pretty fun.
And then, of course, they also had a couple of writers this year as well. One of them who we know,
Ms. Kate.
Miss
Miss
Kate
Kate.
Hewlett.
How much do we love Miss Kate?
right?
Yeah, love her. Love her.
Impossible to
You know,
measure.
and so multi-talented too.
It's
Like,
disgusting.
you know, a fantastic actress. Did you see the series that she did on the? Oh, of course, I'm forgetting the name of it now. That was on CBC. Oh,
No.
went for like 6 episodes.
Oh.
Anyway,
I have to check
she
it
was
out.
just wonderful in it. She was
Kate.
just absolutely wonderful in
Kate
it. Yes,
is
Kate,
awesome.
you need to call in.
Yeah.
We need
Well,
this
she,
to be
yeah,
a
she
phone
needs
in
to come
show.
back. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well,
She's
she
awesome.
would
She's
have
on her
been
way
if
back,
we
yeah.
hadn't already
She's
booked
awesome.
all of next week.
Yeah. Yeah, she was in the writer's room, and
Wicked.
some great guest stars. You know, it's a really lovely talent pool of
Yeah,
actors out in
it's-
Halifax as
yeah.
well, and so
Yeah.
you know, and the crew is just ridiculously beautiful people, and yeah, it's just
all the
one
silly
big
stories.
love fest.
It's amazing
It's almost
how-
carrying you through this weather too.
Right.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about the weather because it's just the most depressing.
You know, maybe it'll be
thing
better
on
by the
planet.
time the premiere happens.
Will be what?
Maybe the weather will be better by the time. the
No,
premiere
it's not.
happens.
It's not, honestly
Oh, come
like
on.
you need to look at the 12-day forecast. Like we just all need to jump out the window. Like polar vortex
We're in a basement right
forever.
now.
Like enough already. Okay, we get it. It's Canada.
cool.
I haven't been complaining, but today I started to complain. Actually,
Yeah.
yeah, I know. Okay, I'll stop.
No,
I'll stop.
I was complaining on the walk up. I'm like, seriously, this is ridiculous.
yeah,
All I wanted
it's
to
just
do
not
was
right.
go home and crawl into my bed.
No.
I was
I know.
offended
You just
by
wanna
the
leave
time
the
we got
house.
to the
It's
east,
brutal.
I was like,
Yeah,
this wind.
It's not right.
unbelievable.
My forehead is gone.
But you are not, of course, only an actor. You're a bit of an acting teacher too.
I
You
am
do-
actually. I started
yeah.
teaching a couple of years ago, and I teach at a really great studio. It's the Armstrong Acting Studio, and I teach kids. I teach teenagers, sort of 16, 17, 18. Introduction to on-camera acting, and I also teach an intro class for adults.
I was going to say,
And it's been
I was
great.
going to ask where Teddy Wilson got fell in because he said to say hi to you. I saw him
Oh, I
last week.
love Teddy
Yeah.
Wilson.
Yeah.
Teddy Wilson. That was my first class I ever taught.
Really?
Teddy Wilson was in that class, and you know who else was in that class? Rebecca Dalton. Do you know who Rebecca Dalton is? You're gonna know who Rebecca Dalton is. Rebecca Dalton is now in a Dave Foley's TV series,
Oh, right.
spun out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She went from my class, and I helped open a couple of doors for her. We now share the same agent, and within a very short period of time, she was just skyrocketed. She got Dave Foley's series, and it's like, okay, so how is it that I was teaching you a couple of years ago, you didn't have a clue, and now you're in competition with my comedy series? Like, how
does
does
this
that
happen?
happen?
Yeah.
That's just, and I know she's getting paid way more than me. So there's a little
Let's
bit of
fix that.
unhappiness about that. No, but you want to get Rebecca Dalton on here. She's a lovely,
For
lovely
sure.
girl. But Teddy,
Is she local?
yeah. She's
We'll be
great.
calling.
She's great. And she and Teddy were actually partners. I gave them a scene from
Really?
Sideways.
That looks
They
like-
did a
That's
scene.
awesome.
They did a scene from Sideways. And
I love
Teddy
that
was
movie.
Teddy was awesome. Teddy was
Oh.
really great. Love him. I haven't seen him much.
Yeah, I
since
bumped
then,
into him. Now I get to name drop and stuff. Bumped into him at the HBO Game of Thrones event last week.
but very
Yeah.
cool.
And it was very good.
I guess so.
man.
awesome. He's got a good job, eh?
He does. I actually told him, he's like, well, what do you do? I'm like, well, I want your job, Teddy.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, I want his job. It's a really good job.
I would do that in a heartbeat.
Yeah, yeah. It's
And we'd
pretty,
be
pretty
good
sweet.
at it.
Yes.
So space/spell media /
You might
whoever
wanna-
else.
Yeah. These two. Yeah.
We'll bring in our own crew, and yeah, we'll take that over. We could do that.
Well, he's meeting all those orphan black people, right? Too.
We've met them.
Have you got the orphan black? Have you got them all in here?
We
Not
haven't-
in here.
not-
We
Right.
But we
Jordan
have
and Tad
chatted with all
at
of
a
them.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
And
Isn't
everybody else
she
we've had in here.
Right.
Well, they all are, frankly.
Yeah.
Like, it's just that show. I'm so excited about our industry right now. have to
I know.
say.
Canadian television
it's
right now is
so
fantastic.
fantastic. Like, and it started, 6 years ago with Stephanie Morgenstern and Mark Ellis and Flashpoint.
Yeah.
And so we all of a sudden became a nation that wasn't sort of just come up here, you come up here and you sort of
Yeah.
use us for,
Yeah.
for what we
Pretend
have
we're
to
New
offer.
York.
Give all those
Yeah.
actors those little, 2-line parts and stuff like that and pretend to be something else. And, Flashpoint sort of changed all that. And
Sorry.
it's are we good?
Look, everybody, it's a
been
moving
there-
microphone.
It's been there the whole time. Okay, that's good. So anyway, and then Flashpoint, and now we've got the likes of Saving Hope.
Right.
We've got Rookie Blue, and I'm sorry, but Orphan Black is a game changer
Oh,
in a
yeah.
big
It is.
way.
Yeah.
It is a remarkable show, and she is spectacular.
We need to
I'm
get
not
you on
telling
like
you
season
anything.
3.
I think I want to be on Orphan
I think
Black.
you would be
I
awesome
want to
in
be
Orphan
a
Black.
real strong, bitchy spy
Do it.
that wears
Be so
stilettos
awesome.
We're stilettos.
and pencil skirts, and I have to have an action sequence.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
With Kevin
and
Hitchcock
and
in
a
a
fight,
helicopter.
and a fight with Tatiana, like some kind of,
Right.
Yeah.
right?
I can see that.
Can we make that happen? Can you make that
Totally make
happen?
Why
Stephanie,
not?
can you make that happen? Okay.
I don't think we
Really
have
dreams
that.
We
come
really
true.
need to make that happen. I really want to do that show. Yeah.
Right?
But this is the thing. Now that I'm doing Seed, I'm thinking, oh, everyone's going to think that all I do is comedy. It's like, when nothing could be further from the truth.
Mhm.
It's funny. The business is a funny thing.
It
So
is. But I
anyway,
mean,
I'm a lucky.
yeah, because season 1 was fantastic, of course. As you know, because we didn't stop talking about it.
No, and you said you hate everything.
I don't
Like, you
hate
hate,
everything.
we hate, like, comedy's hard.
Comedy is hard.
Comedy's
It's got to be
really,
like
really
a
hard.
yeah. I remember
Yeah,
that because I said
yeah.
I love my British comedy, but when it comes to like North American comedy, it's
Yeah,
got to be
that's it.
really smart.
Absolutely.
And Seed
And
was.
it's season 2 is even funnier, I have to say.
Okay.
It's even better than
If it's
season
not,
1.
I am
This
literally
is-
going to call you and say, Laura.
You're going to be on me?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So
That one
tell her
scene.
It's fine, right? The network is happy. We hear that the network is extremely happy. So
Well,
if
why
they're
wouldn't
happy,
they be?
we know that it's good.
Yeah.
But we knew that the show needed to take a leap after season 1. There
Oh,
were
of
things
course,
that we
yeah.
all, we were all kind of finding our way, and literally every department knew what they had to do, and we all
Oh, that's
kind
awesome.
of rose to the challenge. And the scripts are still, the main thing is that the scripts are still really solid, really funny, and there's this ensemble of actors are just. We just
And
adore
now
each
there's a
other, and we
baby
have
to be
so
dealt
much
with.
fun. And now there's Baby Charlie, right? Baby Charlie is in the picture. Yeah,
Which you throw
Yeah.
a baby into anything and it adds instant comedy anyhow. So.
but you got to know this baby is so ridiculously cute, and of course they're twins, right? But the
Okay,
baby
yeah.
is like it's somebody. I don't know how they found this baby, but he does everything on cue. Like,
Wow.
it's freaky weird, like you need him to laugh, and all of a sudden he'll laugh. It's just like, wow,
Like the commercial, there's like one quick shot of him where
Yeah.
I think Corson and Carrie Lynn are like trying to make him smile or something.
Right,
But there's like this
right.
quick shot where he's like, I don't know.
It's crazy.
And they're like, ooh.
yeah, and beautiful, like just beautiful, calm children, like not,
Wow.
you know what they say about
Yeah.
acting with animals and children, like you just don't ever want to do it.
Like they're different.
But these babies are spectacular and so darn cute. There's actually one very funny episode that I won't tell you the whole thing that happens, but Janet babysits baby
Oh
Charlie.
God, this is gonna go well.
Yeah. Well, everybody.
She's already
now,
raised
isn't
a
that
kid, too.
interesting?
That's
Like
the
everybody,
thing.
yeah, but badly. She's a horrible mother. I really like to think I'm not like Janet on that way. But she's a dreadful mother. But no, Janet babysits baby Charlie, and you'll all have your assumptions, and I think you might.
I think
be
you know what? I think it would
proven,
probably go
you
fairly
might-
well.
I think you'll be very interested to see what happens.
I bet it does.
Hilarity ensues.
That's like our catchphrase.
Yes.
I knew that.
And it's got my name in it.
Hilarity ensues on Seed.
Ensues.
Yes,
Ensues.
ensues. Yeah, there you go. That's good. I like that even better.
It's going to be your next T-shirt. I can see it.
I'm liking it.
Now, without giving too much away,
Okay.
because we don't want anything, we never do spoilers. Stephanie's looking at me. It's like,
Right.
don't say a word.
There. Shut up.
What can we expect, though, from Janet this season?
Oh, she's as hateful as ever, right?
Okay.
Like she's.
I didn't expect that to change.
She's dreadful. She continues to loathe Harry, probably even more so because I think that she would have thought that she would have gotten rid of him by now. That it's astonishing to her that he is still in their lives on a regular basis, despite everything that she tries to do to get rid of him. But and I think that what is different, at least what I tried to infuse in her this year, is that she's becoming progressively more hysterical. that she was able to, in season 1, kind of maintain the problem with Harry being around and trying to keep calm. And now she's just not calm at all. It's just like, he's here again. Like, it's never, ever veiled anymore. Her emotions are not veiled. She's like very clear and upfront about what she thinks about
That's
that.
awesome.
Yeah. So
I see.
yeah. But the great thing too is that what happened this season is that the formulaically it's a little bit different. The structure's slightly different in that every episode now doesn't necessarily end with the entire
Right,
group
cast
getting
brought
together, which is hugely problematic. I mean, those are huge scenes to shoot. And so now you're seeing a lot more. There's one particular episode which I won't give away. Look at her; she's already going. Where Janet and Jonathan and Michelle and Zoe get together. And,
Cool.
hilarity ensues. So that was really fun because I don't often get a chance to work with Stephanie and Amanda and those guys. So we were all kind of moving around a bit, and Adam isn't in every single scene, so that gives him a bit of a break too. But
Totally.
yeah. But still pretty
It's
much...
really kind of a wonder you guys didn't get together before, because you're like the only 2 couples that have kids by Harry previously.
Right.
You had that in common.
From like a bridge club, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bridge night. I can see Janet playing bridge night.
A bridge of
She's
hate.
Janet,
vicious.
well, she cheats, I'm sure. I mean, she has to win at everything. I don't imagine anybody would want to be her bridge partner. But she and Jonathan have their moments, too.
See, I like when you guys have those, though. Because those are really... Because they don't happen a lot, but when they do happen, it's like, okay, there's actually something in the relationship.
They're happy. It's been really fun navigating that relationship. Because everybody, nobody understands how Janet and Jonathan are together. And
I think she bullied him into it, didn't she?
Beat him senseless. Exactly. But I'm convinced, knew from the beginning that Janet is mad about him. Absolutely loves him. I don't think anyone makes Janet happier than Jonathan. And that's all I'm going to say about that. That's my feeling.
Okay.
But I think that her kind of exterior is just a big sort of defense, and Jonathan knows and loves her totally for who she is and sees her in her weaker moments and knows that a lot of the time what she presents to the world is not the real Janet. So you get, sort of flashes of that.
Yeah, I was going to say, because the further a comedy series tends to go, the more character building you get to see. So you might get a little more dramatic moments here and there. So
I was really lucky with Matt because although we'd never met. I think I told you this before.
Yeah, you've been on the plane.
We met at the audition. We met at the original audition in the screen test. And we knew very quickly that there were dangers with these 2, real pitfalls with this relationship. That you could go down a road that could have been really funny, but ultimately might have been a bit cheap in terms of those choices. Okay. And we were both very clear that we wanted to create as much of a real relationship and a real marriage.
They could have been caricatures. Because
that's not interesting to me.
It would have been very simple.
Anybody can do that, and that ultimately it doesn't sustain itself.
No.
So we wanted to create living, breathing people that grow and continue to learn, and they do, and all of us do, because of Harry. We all learn because of Harry.
I hate that.
Harry.
The only one who doesn't learn is Harry.
Yeah, actually,
He
big
does.
changes for Harry, man.
Oh.
Second season, it's, I mean,
I can imagine. I mean, he was already
So
a completely
different.
different guy by the end of the first season.
Right.
From the beginning. So.
Well, you'll be surprised to see. He's, yeah, I'm not saying anything. See, I'm looking at Stephanie again. It's okay. It's okay. I'm not
She's
gonna
got a
say
knife out and she's
anything.
threatening.
Yeah,
So
okay. It's very scary.
There's
but
actually a
it'll
whole
be
other
fun.
actor by the end of the season.
Yeah.
What?
Where?
Yeah.
Now, you've got a daughter.
I do.
Has she seen the series?
Oh, yes.
I mean, and
Yes.
does she relate to any of the characters?
Well, it's hilarious, right? Because of course my daughter's the same age as Anastasia
Yeah.
is on the series, and you know, so as I say, I would like to believe that I am a better human being and a better mother than Janet is. But there were occasions we watched the show, and I don't watch TV, but we did watch the show every week. And, you know, the number of times that she would turn around and go, yeah, that's just like you do that all the time.
Wow.
It was mortifying for me.
No, I do not.
It's like, but I'm nothing like her. She, well, actually, so that scared me a lot.
Wow.
No, I mean, she loves the show. She thinks it's hilarious. And again, she's pretty particular. And she's hard on, you know, she's hard on me.
Of course.
Which, you know, because she doesn't want me to be an embarrassment. Because isn't that what a mom is when you're 15? Like, your mother is the most embarrassing thing on the planet. So, but she's proud of it. Like, she tweets about it. She's got all her
wicked.
friends watching it. She, but
Cool.
like, it's
That's
pretty
very
awesome.
cool. Yeah.
She hated the one episode in season 1. She left the room where Jonathan and I get caught having sex in Harry's apartment. That was not a good night. That was not good in my household. And I think there may be another episode in season 2 that she will leave the room. Again, I have to prep her, I think, for that. But outside of that, she's really positive.
Oh, that's
Go make some
fantastic.
popcorn or something.
Yeah. You need
Come
to.
back
Don't you have
and,
homework?
like, yeah.
I think you need to go upstairs.
Come
go to
back
your
at the
room,
commercial
Go tweet. Do something like that.
Walk the
Yeah.
dog. We don't have a dog.
Yeah. Actually, we do have a dog.
Go
I
get
could do
one.
that. I
See?
could say,
There you
go
go.
walk the dog. Yeah.
Take out the garbage.
No, but she
Bring
loves
your
it.
dog
She's great.
sometimes.
She loves it.
Excellent.
She loves it. She really likes it a lot. So.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Because she stays here in town when you go to Halifax.
She comes, you know, I'm back and forth
Okay.
from Halifax when we're shooting, but she came out, we had a couple of long weekends out in
Wicked.
Halifax for
Cool.
season 2 and rented a car and did the girly road trip and drove up to Lunenburg and just in love with that province.
Right?
Just
It's
in
gorgeous.
love with the people, in love with the landscape. It's just beautiful. So yeah, and she hadn't been before.
Oh, no way.
She didn't come out for
cool.
the first season, so she I was home more in the first season, but no, she came out a couple of times and she just loves it.
Wicked.
And I think, in fact, based on one of our road trips, wants to go to King's.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. So she has another year of high school, and then she wants to think about university, and she's like, I think Halifax
See, there's
would
another
be
great
okay.
reason for season 3.
Right there.
Just
So
to
that I can be with
maintain-
my daughter.
Through her
Yeah, because
university
that's really
years,
what she's
yeah.
going to want, right? Her first year of university, she's going to want to be living with me. Yeah.
That'll
In a
go
city
so
that has
well.
more pubs than any place, she's
That's
going to
right.
want to be hanging with
Well,
me. I don't think
But
so.
that's
but
right there. That's a
it
whole
would work
other
for me.
sitcom right there.
I
though.
know.
Actor mom, university
Yeah.
student, all
No,
yeah.
it would be Janet and Anastasia.
City, talk to me. We can pitch this.
There's
This is
that.
awesome.
No, it would be Janet and Anastasia,
Yeah, right.
I think, though, if that were to happen.
That'd be so funny.
Yeah.
It'd be so funny for everyone but
For
the two of
everyone,
them.
well, of
Yeah,
course.
yeah, except for me.
It'd be like the
Right.
new Odd Couple.
Yeah, kind of.
That'd be fantastic.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Might be a show there.
Trademark that right now. It's on digital, whatever you want to call it. I own that.
Yeah, there you go.
Talk to me.
copyright.
Digital, whatever you want to call it.
That's right.
Mine.
Own that. But of course, well, like you said, you just don't do comedy, and you're also a teacher. So what else have you got on the go?
Well-
or are you just putting your feet up for a while? Because it's been a busy
no.
year.
Well, it's been. We just wrapped the beginning of mid-December. So, and of course, you know, it's mayhem when you come home and try and get
Yeah.
back into things. But yeah, so I'm happily keeping it cool, getting
Nice.
very excited about the
Right.
CSAs next week, and yeah, I think I mean, my roots are in the theater, so and it's been a couple of years since I've been on stage, and I'm really feeling the need to do a play again. I had a fantastic experience last summer where I went out to Vancouver and did the National Voice Intensive, and it's the most extraordinary program. where you're really knee deep in Shakespeare, you're knee deep in the language, you're knee deep in the history, it's just and working on your voice, and so all that stuff that you kind of did in theater school a million years ago, and forget about how powerful it can actually be, and how great it is for your work as an artist to revisit that. And so that really, I had an opportunity to work on Much Ado About Nothing, and so now, of course, I'm dying to play Beatrice in Much Ado About Nothing. It's like, so if anyone out there wants Beatrice,
you can totally work.
I'm your gal. See, you're pushing new TV series, and I'm pushing jobs in the theater.
We're like a juggernaut.
What am I thinking? It's
We're like an entertainment juggernaut right here.
Please pay me below the poverty line to do theater. Please. Like that's,
and I'm trying to get you a new series.
I know. I've never had it right. Yeah, I've always had it ass backwards. But yeah, so no, I do that too. And but I'm also hoping. I mean, I hope that Seed has a long life. But I'm mindful that these things end, and I'm really looking to move into producing.
Good for you.
Yeah, I really I want to help. I'm so proud to be part of this industry, and I'm really excited to see what's coming down the pipe with the indie film scene here. We talked about the television scene here, and I really want to be involved and help collaborating and making things happen. And so I think that's probably what the next chapter of my life will be.
And we got the Canadian Film Festival coming up at the end of March too.
Oh right.
Yeah.
Yes.
They just announced their whole
ends.
It's big too.
Yeah. I know. You guys are busy.
March
You're
is
busier
cool
than
like
me.
that.
Unbelievable. You're way
There's a
busier
Comic
than
Con
I
next
am.
weekend too.
Yeah, we're dipping up our time between the CSAs and the con next weekend.
Unbelievable. But you're not going to be the CSCs on the industry night. I'm
That's
impressed.
the Wednesday?
That's the Wednesday.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
I'll be at the
Tim
top of the
Fall.
CN Tower. With my sweet.
That's where you're taking your day?
Taking it
To
to
the CN Tower?
The
I've never
360
been to
restaurant.
the CN Tower.
Yeah.
Wow.
I went in
Nice
grade
guy.
8.
No,
Just up
never
the
been.
Tower.
Well, I haven't been
Never been.
since I've moved back into town for sure.
We went to the aquarium though, and that's near the CN Tower.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's good.
Yeah, but I mean, why not? I mean, even if dinner's bad, the view's got to be gorgeous.
It's true.
But,
Gotta
It's
be
not gonna be
good.
bad.
but dinner's
That
not
place
gonna
is
be bad.
famous.
Yeah, so
It'll be good. It'll be fun.
So that's her birthday, why not?
She'll be fun. And it's for her birthday.
Yeah.
That's nice.
I'm a good boyfriend.
Who's a good boyfriend?
C'est moi.
I'm a good boy.
Good.
Yeah.
I knew that you would be a good boyfriend.
Thank you.
Just as long as she's, treating you well. That's
It's important.
what I'll be all over her. I'm just saying. Watch it. 'Cause-
That's the best thing
'cause
about
Janet will
Yeah.
come and visit.
is that I have all these people now behind me saying, "Yeah,
Yeah.
better treat them right." I'm like, "Yes, people love me."
Yes, they do.
Oh, I remember.
That's why we keep coming back.
I know.
It's my third time at this.
Yeah, which is
know.
great. And
feel very-
Sue and I have been talking
Very
about it.
grateful and very chuffed that you asked me.
Yeah.
I thought, oh God, why do they want to just talk to me by
No,
myself?
are you kidding? You're like awesomeness.
Yeah, okay, whatever.
Because we
Thank
had you. Well, we had you.
And then we'll have you back in with Matt. So that
We
can-
have to do
Right?
something
be
with
so
Matt.
How would that be
right?
so much
Oh
fun?
no, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I really hope. I think. Am I allowed? Oh, I guess I could do nothing. No, I'm not allowed to say nothing. La la la. No, Matt and I.
That would be brilliant.
We're a
Yeah.
good team.
Yeah.
Like we
We're
had
a
a
good team.
ridiculous time with him and Vanessa, and
Yeah.
they
don't even
They
share
had like
the
one
scenes,
scene
yeah.
together, I think. in
Oh
the
well,
first
and those
season,
two are
and then-
just ridiculously great
Yeah.
improv people, right? Like Vanessa's,
They were
she comes from the
amazing.
improv world, and she's just. I've watched them. They actually did a gig out in Halifax when we were shooting season 2, and I went, and I just was blown by both of them. I mean, I knew Matt was terrific,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
Vanessa, I didn't know particularly. I mean, I knew her as a sort of serious dramatic actress, and never knew she did improv. And I went, "What? You went? So I went and saw it. It was just like she killed it. It was like I'm surrounded by
That's awesome.
ridiculously talented
Yeah.
people. It's amazing. So yeah, no, Matt and I need to.
Yeah.
We'll come.
We'll make that happen.
We'll come.
Oh yeah.
We will.
Come
Yeah.
back.
Because it's Seed, man. I mean, we got so excited for
I'm
season
so happy
1.
to hear that.
So season 2. Every time it comes up on my Facebook feed, 2 weeks to go. I'm like,
Yeah.
I keep sharing all of those, like the whole countdown. It's like ding, ding,
Yeah,
ding.
well, we just need people to watch. That's
That'll
what
happen.
we need. Yeah.
And I mean,
think
and it's
so.
been season 1 has actually re-aired since then. I think. has
Yes,
it not?
yeah, you can watch
Yeah.
it. You can binge watch it if you want.
Yeah.
Which is the way to do
Before
it.
we air next week, although this is going to be airing probably after that. But you can binge watch it. On,
And Stephanie
on-
should
on
probably
City
plug her
website.
ears for this, but
Yeah.
I still have them all on my computer.
You still have all of
Well, season 1.
Wow, I don't even have that.
I mean, since there's been no Blu-ray forthcoming from City, I mean,
Right, you got to do that.
I can do that.
Okay, see.
I need my fix.
Yeah.
I've actually,
Stephanie's not looking happy right now.
I've actually
She's
shown
like,
the
okay,
episodes
really,
to friends.
really.
She's
You're
storming from the
embarrassing
room.
me during the interview. There she goes. Oh God, she's slamming
Slam.
the door. She's breaking dishes.
It's so funny though. I mean,
They're not our dishes.
I had to go back and rewatch it because
I'm
it's
so happy.
good.
I'm so happy you did that.
It's such funny.
Yeah,
and
well, the
smart
thing about the
television.
first season too is that there's room to go back and rewatch the episodes
yeah.
because, and this is a bit of a shift, is that there's a little more air in the scripts the second season because a lot of people were saying, "Man, I was laughing so hard, I missed 4 other jokes."
Yeah.
So the scripts are still really tight and still really funny, but there's a bit more air in them
That's
so that
cool.
you can fully appreciate
Yeah.
all the
Digest.
hilarity that ensues. So yeah, I think I'm going to see how many times I
Yeah, that
say
is-
ensues
yeah,
over the course of this
Word
hour.
of the day.
Yeah, there we go.
Ensues.
Yeah,
Which is great because I just so good.
I'm glad.
And-
I'm glad you like it.
It was we didn't stop raving about it when it aired.
Yeah.
I don't think we covered it week to week, but I think we tweeted the hell out of it and messaged
Yeah.
everybody.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Well, the critics, all of the critics, got
Yeah.
really, really behind it. There was a TV Guide survey about the best Canadian shows of the year, and we were second to Orphan Black.
Which is awesome.
So we were the number
Yeah.
1 comedy in the country. We were just like, after one season.
How
it's
cool
just
is
like,
that, though?
oh,
Yeah,
it's
it's-
so
yeah.
awesome.
I would
It's just
just-
a real. I mean, it's a real tribute to Joseph Brasso
Mhm.
and to Mark Farrell. I mean, Joseph is the creator, but Mark has a big hand in all of the scripts, obviously, and I mean, he's certainly no slouch. But Joseph is just so insanely talented. I mean, it may be his first big series, but it will not be his last. And man, oh man, he's got a pretty magnificent career, I think, ahead of him. So,
Yeah, well, I think we talked about it, is that the fact that it can go from like physical comedy to one-liners to sight gags
Yeah,
to highbrow comedy to just and it covers
Make you
it
cry
all.
and then
Yeah.
go bring it
Yeah.
back.
Absolutely.
You don't find that
Yeah.
on a lot of
No,
like it's
it's
either
a lot of it is, and Adam was actually
Yeah.
the one that said this when he was doing interviews last season, that it's a lot of sitcoms now are sort of set up joke.
Yeah.
And Seed isn't that way
No.
because they're investing in the characters. They're
Mhm.
investing in relationships, and that is, I mean, that's first off, that's what acting is all about.
Yes.
It's about creating relationships. But people are interested in people.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
People are interested in the humanity of these characters.
especially
and
if
if
they
they're
find
too
something
wacky, then
yeah.
you can only relate to them to
Exactly.
a certain
Yeah,
point.
for so far, and then
Yeah.
of course you start to distance yourself, and
Yeah.
we don't want that to happen.
And then it just
No.
becomes like, well, they make me feel better about myself. 'cause
Yes,
I'm not
thank
that
God I'm not
crazy.
them.
Whereas I like looking at it and saying, okay, well, I don't know these people, although in this case I know most of these people,
Right.
but I know people like them, so I can
Right.
relate to them, and it's
Right,
I
right.
like that. Although, don't get me wrong, the Charlie Brown joke last season was still my favorite.
Okay, I
So.
think that might have been my favorite joke
Yeah,
too.
that was
Wah, wah,
my favorite gag. I'm like, that's brilliant.
Joseph was giggling the whole time because it was like, I think it might have been his favorite joke too. Yeah,
See?
it was pretty good. And not everyone, again, like this is why you go back and you watch it again, because
Exactly.
not everybody caught that.
I caught that the
You know,
first
and it was the
time
trumpet,
through,
the kid
yeah.
was the trumpet player.
Yep.
Wah, wah.
Brilliant.
Yeah, and he said, and I think, doesn't William actually go, oh, good grief?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, pretty
So
fun.
good. Now, you've got a chance to work like with most of the cast.
Mhm.
Is there anybody you'd want to share more scenes with down the line?
Oh wow! Everyone's fantastic.
Mhm.
So, but I know that the first season I had only one scene with Vanessa,
Yeah.
and we totally dug working together. We really, and it was a confrontation scene. So. Because Janet thinks that.
Of course it was.
Janet,
Look who was involved.
Every single scene with Janet is a confrontation scene.
It's true.
But she thought that Jonathan was having an affair
That's right.
with
Yeah.
Irene, and in
Yeah.
fact, he's actually not having
He's
an affair
just
with Harry. He's
drinking
just
with
with Harry
Harry.
all the time, right? So the lipstick on the napkin was actually not lipstick; it was barbecue sauce from chicken wings. But I think that Vanessa is my competition. So we had one scene together, and we really had a great time. So I'd like to see a little bit.
I would like to see those two
Yeah.
characters because they're both
Yeah.
so
We're both pretty
unimpressed
tough.
with everybody else.
Yeah, we're both pretty tough, and I think I loathe Irene almost as much as I loathe Harry. So
Of course
that
They're
that
best
makes
friends.
that makes for even more fun potential, you know. So yeah, I think so. But as I say, we do have there's one episode where Michelle and Zoe and Janet and Jonathan are together, and I won't tell you what it's about, but that was pretty darn fun to shoot. Yeah, it's just we just laugh all the time. I know it's like you think, oh yeah, people just say that, like we get along so well, but we really do.
No,
really do get
We
along
had
so
four
well.
of you in here.
Yeah, you saw. Like
It was pretty wild.
Yeah.
Will you retweet
Did
or
anybody even
repost the
speak
picture
English?
today?
We just like laughed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my throwback Thursday picture was us.
Oh, that's right.
It's like,
That's
oh,
right.
this is the first time we met. Throwback.
Yeah.
It's last
Yeah.
year.
Yeah, that's
So
right.
much fun.
Yeah, it was fun. Poor you, all those chicks.
Yeah, it was tough.
I know.
Yeah, we
That
had a
was
really, really rough
tough.
time doing that. 5 chicks in a room.
Yeah, it was really.
Yeah.
I'll be
Okay,
back.
snap out of it.
All right.
Come back now.
I'm back. It was so much fun. And the interview was good too.
Yes, yes it was. And so was the Prosecco.
Yes, yes it was.
It was amazing.
It was
Now-
crazy.
What would be a situation where Janet would be completely out of her element in?
Camping.
Oh. Janet wouldn't camp. There'd be nowhere to plug in her hairdryer. Like, who would do her makeup? No, that couldn't happen. I know, no camping, no sleeping on dirt. No, nothing like that. Out of her element. I kind of fantasize, my backstory kind of with Janet is that she doesn't come from where she is now.
Okay.
I like to think that she comes from like a farm in
That's
Saskatchewan.
exactly what I was just thinking.
And that she was determined to get off that farm and reinvent herself. And she did it. So I would kind of like to see
Janet, go back
Eric
to the
Peterson
farm.
and Janet Wright be Janet's parents. Like they come from Corner Gas and they actually come to the condo and Janet is their daughter. I think that would be fun. That she is so
Really good.
not what she pretends to
Yeah.
be. I think that would
That
be
would be
good.
brilliant.
Yeah, yeah. And the other thought that we had was that because we were talking about stunt casting, and you always sort of dream about, you know, down the line if it were to go. And I had come up with an idea that Kim Cattrall is Janet's older sister.
Oh Lord.
But in
Oh.
fact, because Kim Cattrall is as beautiful and ridiculously gorgeous as she is, that everyone thinks that she's Janet's younger sister. And so, and that does not please Janet at all. And everybody just sort of, she walks into the room and everyone falls over. And of course, like Jonathan falls over himself over, you know, Kim Cattrall. And Harry ends up sleeping with her. And, you know, I think that there might be a story there.
There might be.
Yeah,
You should
yeah.
totally
I think
put it.
Janet has a lot of skeletons in her closet. I think the more that come out, the better. She deserves
Oh,
it.
totally.
She totally deserves it. Yeah, but I don't think she comes from. She's not of the manner born.
No, I don't think so either.
No, I don't think so.
Nobody who tries that hard is, is
No,
from there.
no, or dresses that way.
Yeah.
No, she dresses badly, right? And that was on purpose. That I mean, when Martha Curry is our costume designer, when we first met in season 1, she said, "You know, what are you thinking about?" And I went, she isn't of this world, but she thinks she knows how to play the game.
Yeah.
But she's just slightly on the edge of really bad taste. Like she wears animal prints.
Yes. Yes, she does.
Don't wear animal prints.
It's just
Like,
so funny.
no, it's not good. So anyway, yeah, those are my thoughts about her. So if Joseph, if you're listening,
Yeah,
or
see, that's
watching,
awesome.
could you just maybe make that happen? It would be fun. Yeah, but I mean, talk to Matt too. Like we're constantly coming up with ideas, but
Oh, I believe
you know,
it.
we think
I
Tom
yeah.
Selleck needs to be Harry's dad.
And that is the day I have to be on set.
Yeah, we think Tom Selleck should be Harry's
Thomas
dad.
Sullivan.
Yeah, that would be good. That would be really
Yeah.
good. Yeah. So hopefully we'll have a.
Yeah, considering your
A
cats
good
are
long
named after
run.
Megan.
Right?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, my cats are named after Megan PI
No.
characters. That's true. I have 2. I have Thomas
Wow.
Sullivan and Orville.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Well, you know he loves Halifax.
I know.
Loves
Maybe that
Halifax. So
I see so much potential in this whole
I know.
conversation.
I'm telling you. You know,
Yep.
you need to get all of the actors in the room with the creator and start
Oh my
pitching
God,
ideas.
yeah,
And
right.
of course, Joseph's going, I would rather put leeches down my throat than have that conversation. But we're all game. Like we think we have really good ideas.
I'm sure.
Joseph's just
yeah.
going, oh God, no, not that. No, we're not doing that. No.
He started
Make them
drinking.
stop. Make those actors shut up right now.
No more of this musical number nonsense.
Yeah, I'm not doing it anymore.
Musical, one whole episode.
Yeah, that's it.
Seed the musical.
The Seed musical number. Well, and of course Amanda, being Amanda, wants us to go on a cruise. So, can't we shoot in Cuba?
Can you
Can we do an episode that's shot, somewhere in the Caribbean? It's like we all spend Christmas together in the Caribbean. It's just like you might want to look at the budget line for our show.
That'd be the year nobody gets paid. And
Yeah.
And there's only one episode shot.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, there's one scene. There's one scene. The rest is green screen, right? Yeah, the ocean in the background. We're all holding shells. It'd be really awful. Really awful. Yeah. I know, right?
You can
Yeah,
do
you're
it
right. We got a million of them.
They
Put
have that
in.
I could totally.
indoor cabins on the cruise.
Yeah. Yeah. And
a
Harry,
little round window up there.
with all the.
It can happen.
Yeah. I'm
Because
seeing
that's
it.
where, well, my sweetie's on a cruise right now, so I know all the stuff that's going on the cruise because I'm getting the texts.
Okay.
And,
I'm sure
yeah.
she's behaving. Don't worry.
Oh no, I'm not worried about that at all.
Okay, that's good.
It's just,
Yeah.
yeah, it could totally work.
It could work.
Totally works.
Be like Seed meets the Love Boat.
And actually, Harry gets sick, so he actually gets quarantined in his cabin, and he can't even go out and sleep with all the.
listening? Are you listening?
Sweet doesn't even
Watching
actually
this
have to be there.
Yeah.
See, you just saved his budget.
There you go.
He doesn't even have to
That's
go.
it.
You just
Yeah.
shoot shots of him in a cabin set. Boom, done. The girls get to go to Cuba or whatever.
I think that works perfectly for me.
See?
Yeah.
For me.
And I'm sure that
And for Amanda's
and I
on
think
board.
Amanda would be very happy about that too.
I,
Yeah.
I grow onto something here.
We can dream.
Totally.
We can totally
It's Canadian
dream.
television. That'll happen.
Yeah, yeah.
That's Canadian television.
Careful.
What?
Alaskan cruise.
See?
We're going to the Yukon.
Perfect.
See, good. I want to go to the Yukon though.
I would go
So
to
do I.
Yukon
I've never been.
In summer.
Yeah.
because that exists.
It does.
It does.
Winter is coming, my
Okay, we're not
friends.
talking about the weather anymore. It's too depressing. We're gonna shoot ourselves.
That's not true.
Yeah. Well.
Oh.
Okay.
But anyway, so to bring it back around one more
Yes.
time to see, starts next week.
Yes.
Which is fantastic.
Yes, it's
it-
our night and our time has changed.
Okay.
We've got a fantastic time slot. We're now Thursday nights at 9:00,
Nice.
which is great. We're at the top of the hour. We're very happy about that.
Now is it 10 episodes? Is it
It's 13.
13?
Yeah,
13 again.
yeah,
Okay.
they took us for
Sweet.
13, so we're really, really grateful and happy.
I'm very excited.
Mhm.
City, if you want to send me those links so I can write up reviews now, that would be great.
You should do that. They should do that.
But yes, Laura.
You know what, we'll make you a list.
Oh, there we go.
Of all the
She has a
stuff.
list already that she needs. But Laura, thank you for finding time to come in and chat with
Oh,
us.
my God. My
Mano
pleasure.
y mano y mano. That's Spanish. Oh,
That's
thank you.
impressive.
I've been working out. I don't know what
been
that's got to
working
do. I don't know how. I do not know what that has to do with language at all.
It's
She
okay.
distracted me. She looked at me. She had the pretty eyes. I was.
Yeah.
I was.
I barely said a word
I
this whole
was
interview.
delighted to come back because
Yeah.
you guys are big, big champions of Canadian work, and
Yeah.
we need more critics doing that. So
Well,
I'll
there's
come
so
back
much of it.
any darn time you want to have
Wicked.
me.
That's
We'll just keep pairing you up with people.
Sure.
yeah, right.
That would make me happy.
This week, Laura
Yeah.
with
Yeah,
Gordon
We have
Pinson.
to
that
have
would be
Abby.
great. Yeah, we could do that.
That would be amazing.
Right?
That would be fun.
It would be fun.
I love
Gordon's
Gordon
awesome,
Pinson.
right?
Oh man.
We have to have Abby in too because we didn't last season.
Well, she's Vancouver based, right?
Yeah.
But she's coming. She's coming next week to the CCA.
Yeah, of course she is.
Yeah.
So maybe, and I think William is too. It'd be fun to get those
Right?
two in. Let me work on
Let's
it
work
for
on
you.
that.
I'll try and
Not that we have a lot of time next week,
Yeah.
but we'll see what we can do.
We'll come in during the lunch hour.
Although, I mean, we can always do something on the fly too. Like
Oh,
we
yeah.
can,
Right.
we can do something.
We're getting really
not
good at
in-
those tablet selfies.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Very good.
Jinx on you. Saying fantastic at the same time. You owe me a Coke. But you can give it to Sue because I don't drink.
Okay, I'll do that.
Yeah. So that Laura, thank you so much. Oh
You're
my God.
more than welcome.
You need to come back all the
I
time
will,
because
I
you're
will
fantastic.
be delighted to do that.
And
Wait until you move to Halifax.
that's right.
Right, until I move to Halifax.
And
Right.
Make sure
And watch the show.
Yes.
Watch our show.
City television.
Set your PVRs and then watch it while it's airing as well and record. it.
Yes.
Or you could be like me and watch it online. I'm just saying. But no, watch it on City because, every bit of those ratings counts.
Darn right.
It all counts.
Yeah.
And on demand, right? It goes up to
Right, on demand counts.
after.
Yes, and
Does it count towards ratings?
Yes.
Yeah.
Those are the
Does
best
it?
7 numbers. Those numbers count.
Wicked.
So watch it on Thursday
Okay.
at 9 o'clock,
And then watch it
watch
again.
it over and over and over again until throughout that week. It's because those numbers
Until
all count.
because
a
you
good
have to
plan.
stay
Yeah.
caught up. And
That's
then,
right.
It's got to be fun.
And then it's like binge watching. It's just you're doing it in
Yeah, I feel
several
bad for those
similar
people, though.
chunks.
I feel bad if there were people that were actually doing that. I mean, I'd like that and everything, but
I wish I had that
they
time.
need to get out.
Yeah.
They need to get out. And
I need to get
do
out.
something else. I think.
Let's
Yeah.
go. Yeah, see?
Yeah, there
Perfect
you go.
time to stay
It's
when we
full,
watch it. Yeah.
so stay in and watch our show
See?
over and over. And
Perfect.
over.
See,
Excellent. Sue,
Tim.
this is what? Interview 3 this week?
Mm-hmm.
That's my Marty
Wow,
McFly again, by
impressive.
the way. And so, yeah, it just keeps rolling. We got a busy week next week.
Yep.
Everybody at home, thank you for continuing to watch. Make sure you get the Smithy.tv app if you haven't got it already. 'cause
Got
it's
my
awesome.
first
It's all-
notification from it
That's
today.
right.
Awesome.
So make sure you pick that up. A guest up behind the camera tonight is Stephanie from City. She did a great
Yay,
job.
Stephanie.
She told us to move the mic. That was what was going on there.
It's good.
So everybody, thank you for watching at home, and good night. And if Stephanie, you'd be so kind as to hit the little record button again, we're done.